Welcome guys to this channel. Uhuru Kenyatta is painting Central Kenya red. And today, there are reports that Uhuru met 4,000 youths in State House. And I think I had received this report as of yesterday that there are 4,000 youths from Central Kenya that were supposed to go to State House. So in this video, I am going to look at some of the strategies that Uhuru Kenyatta have laid down to make sure that he kicks out William Ruto from Central Kenya. And of interest to me, guys, is people are saying that Uhuru went late because after the general election, then he had the handshake, and after the handshake, William Ruto isolated himself, or rather disowned that handshake, went on a campaign mode. Then a disturbed president actually asked him to choose so that they work on their legacy projects first, then they come back to politics. But then Ruto chose to go for politics. And people have been asking, what do you think William Ruto did not just stay put in Jubilee and wait for president's endorsement? And if the president was to endorse his deputy, do you think his deputy would be a state project? That is a question that people are asking. But then William Ruto decided to go his way. Uhuru Kenyatta have mentioned that this is the season for politics, and he is ready to show Kenyans what he has been doing. Let me ask a question here, guys. Do you think Uhuru will successfully take control of the Central Kenya? And my good friend Raphael tells me that the very last moment, the Gamer Nation will listen to one of their own. I don't know whether that is the truth, but there are people who believe that is what's going to happen. So before I speak about the other strategies that are being laid down, let me look at first what is the objective of the State House meeting. This meeting was held today, the 11th of February, but previously on Thursday, which was the 10th, Uhuru Kenyatta met a section of leaders from Marsabit and the Tana River, and that delegation was led by the Governor Godana Dadu and Treasury CS Ukuri Yatani. So today, there's a group that have also come from Central Kenya, and we've seen some of the Jubilee bloggers really talking about the meeting at State House. So guys, before we go deeper, if you're watching this video and you've not yet subscribed, take a second and subscribe, and more importantly, click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we publish a video. One, Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to prepare the ground for the Jubilee ODM NDC. The NDC that will be joined on 25th and 26th is the one that is going to unveil Raila Odinga as the joint presidential candidate for the new alliance that is going to be formed under the Azimio la Umoja. So what Uhuru is simply doing is to try to cement his position as the kingpin of Central Kenya, and it is one that is going to revive the youths. One thing I have always mentioned, and I think I was challenged here, that Uhuru failed to give direction to Central Kenya in due time. But I think that my assertion is going to be challenged as time goes. When William Ruto went to Central Kenya, his target were the youth. And he did donations to Boda Boda, Mama Mboga, the church donations, buying school buses, helping some few needy people there. And that made him to cement and take grip of the Central Kenya. You cannot underestimate. So Uhuru is committed and is feeling like, because the leaders at the top, like if you see the MPs are decamping to the other side, the best strategy to deal them a blow is to make sure, one, that he actually works with the youths and bring the youths on his side. As to whether that is going to work, it is an interest of time. But I think that is something that is there. Secondly, that meeting, Uhuru is trying to do what I normally say in this channel, what is called Central Kenya consciousness. If you look at the politics that the UDA team have been doing in Central Kenya, the Central Kenya they have remained confused and, for lack of a better word, a bit radicalized or charged. And they have been incited against the president. Actually, they have been told that some of the development projects that have stalled in the area is because of the president. Some of the maybe job and employment is because of the president. And they've been made to understand that they are going through a lot of problems despite the fact that the president is coming from their home. And I normally ask, and you will even hear some other people saying that we've had the presidency for the last 30 years. We had 20 years. We had, I think it's 30, we had Jomo Kenyatta, we had Mwai Kibaki, then we had Uhuru, and there is nothing we are seeing. So we are not interested in the presidency. So another objective of this meeting is to receive anti-Jubilee defectors. The leaders who had defected voluntarily from Jubilee party and not, because even if not going to UDA, but now they are now seeking other small parties. So these are the group that they are going to be received at State House. And with the 4,000 youth delegation, that must have been led by some other group. Lastly, there is something that I've also realized in this whole arrangement by inviting the youths. Jubilee Party, I think yesterday, had released a notice asking that aspirants who want to vie with Jubilee Party to apply. Of the 4,000 youths that are in State House, I want to believe, by mere understanding, that majority of them are aspirants. And aspirants that want to eye for positions with Jubilee Party. And so this meeting is just a demand creation meeting. Uhuru is trying to explain to them maybe his strategies to revamp the party and assuring them that they're going to have maybe free and fair nomination and the possibility of winning those positions. So that is strategically to help rejuvenate and, of course, excite these youths so that they can embrace Jubilee Party. That is one thing I've understood, because we haven't seen the photos, but if you look at, from my source, I was following Wahome Thuku, who is a Tanga close communication strategist. Not Tanga rather, but Kieleweke. You really understand that the process, the meeting is it really has high stakes. So guys, this is part of Uhuru Kenyatta's elaborate master plan to make sure that finally he kicks out William Ruto from Central Kenya. And I can tell you that one thing he's doing, that the criterion of collecting these youths, he's trying to mobilize from the community level. He's going mobilize from the people of the community. The presidency has this luxury because the presidency is in direct contact with the provincial administration. That is the chief, the assistant chief, and the likes. So the assistant chief and the likes can even coordinate with the Nyumba Kumis, and from the Nyumba Kumi, you get the community leaders from these areas, and they can go into State House. With that, he'd be in a position to get the people and sync his information as a Jubilee Party leader. Another thing that I've also seen from the president doing lately is doing town hall meetings. And there is someone there who resembles Sabina Chege, I'm not sure. But this meeting was in Gatundu North. Gatundu North is in Kiambu, and that is President Uhuru Kenyatta's home, county, even though Uhuru Kenyatta is from South. So he's also doing these town hall meetings at the community level. And you see, it is a classified meeting. They are putting on red, and that is why I'm telling you that Jubilee Party is committed to recapture the Central Kenya. To which extent will depend on the strength and the energy they're going to put on. But I think the plan is very elaborate. If you look at these town hall meetings, that is where people air. And I normally say, this is going to create the mood, is going to make his tour in Central Kenya very seamless. His tour in Central Kenya will be historic. It will be magic. It must be magic. And for it to be magic, you must do the groundwork. Lastly, is trying to target the UDA leaders that are from Central Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua is one of the targets, and there is a report that has just been released by Asset Recovery Agency that he cannot take care, he cannot account for some funds. I think that was some corruption scandal there. So these are things we'll see. It has just started with Rigathi Gachagua. The next, it is going to be another person, and because the state has the powers, has the resources, and has the strategy to make sure that they shoot down this leader. So these are things that, guys, we expect to see. It is just a matter of time. And as to whether Uhuru is going to succeed to kick William Ruto, I can tell you, this is going to happen. At the best opportune moment, this must actually go to happen. The Central Kenya, the advantage that they don't have a one formidable party they can count on. Moses Kuria has a party that is just picking up. Martha Karua has not Kenya, is confined to his her Gushugu constituency. Mbas is in Meru. So there are those small parties. But if Uhuru Kenyatta forms the TNA, or rather the Jubilee Party, and it becomes the vibrant Jubilee Party, I think his plan is to make sure that Central Kenya resonates with the Jubilee Party. When that is done, I can tell you, it is now going to be very easy, so that whatever he's going to bring on table is something that is tangible when he makes the alliance with ODM party. So guys, that's my analysis, and of course that was details of the State House meeting.
Asante